happened. Let me know you're okay.
What's up, race fans? Welcome back to the channel. Stripes here, and here we are for another Young Guns challenge. And this one is Monza. I didn't check in with Spa last week. I was feeling pretty unwell. It wasn't COVID, that was good news, but I decided to give that a skip. Just watch the race. Wasn't great anyway, was it? Let's be fair. But we got through it. It was fine. I love that track though, Spa. So I will be putting out a Spa video, and I will do a Young Guns challenge, but I got to play catch up. So in line with this weekend, it is Monza, and what a Grand Prix it was in the real world. That was absolutely amazing. That's what I want. Reverse grids. That's what I'm talking about. Pierre, great work. Didn't rate him too much when he was actually at Red Bull, but can't knock him now coming back. What a way to bounce back your career, and I wish the guy all the best now and moving forward. So without further ado, let's head over to the Wheel of Steel and see who we got this time.
Here we go then, Max Verstappen. Now, maybe wondering why the car sounds like some sort of hyped up moped, but I thought I'd just speed up the quali lap for you so you could see what was going on. I just double timed it, just to make things a bit easier, and that's because I'm showing you the full 25% race today. No edits, no cuts, no flashbacks, so yeah, we'll get stuck into that in a minute. But, well, to be fair, Max may as well have been on a lawnmower today with the way it went. But this happened. God, power down too early out of Ascari there.
Let me know you're okay.
Back end took a little bit of wobble. Couldn't correct it. And we went for a dive. But I did use a flashback there because I thought, you know what? It's a quali lap. I'm going to have something similar anyway, so just getting it down. But that terrible run through Ascari did put me then, as you can see on the ghost car behind Lewis, which was not ideal. But still, happy with a P2. Click that all day. Let's get into it.
Welcome one and all, and we're in for a real treat at this classic circuit here today. The crowd are ready to go, the cars are ready to go, and we're just about set for lights out. Welcome to the Italian Grand Prix.
Not going through the grid with you. Let's get straight into it. We'll figure that out as we go along. Hamilton, myself, Bottas, Leclerc and Albon. Oh, a terrible tyre spin for Lewis off the line. A great start. First chicane, no one tries to be cheeky, holding it well. Good gear, still in the lean mix, and we're just going to keep the fuel pretty standard at this point. So yeah, I didn't pump too many practice laps in here. I put about 5 round before I headed into quali, and that was all I managed to get done. And that's all I really want to do before these sessions, because I think it makes it more interesting. But like Monza is such a classic track, isn't it? You know, I love this circuit, and it's really just adapting to the car is the only major difference. Kept the braking points on again, but obviously I vary those just as I go through, make it my own anyway, just while I'm getting the feel of the car, really. So at this point, I'd already pulled a decent gap on Valtteri, and which was one of the most important things I was thinking. Lewis, I sort of figured he'd be at my gearbox for the whole race anyway, so building a gap to 3, 4, 5, which is 4th and 5th is quite funny. Do you reckon, like, oh, it was so sus today, wasn't it? I saw a great meme just along the lines of like, you don't have to worry about your strategy if you just DNF your 2 cars right at the start of the race or early on. But man, do I feel for Ferrari? I'm not a big Ferrari fan, so no, I don't, if I'm honest. I don't. You can tell there's 2 flags behind me. McLaren and Red Bull always been my teams. It was so nice to see Mercedes struggle for a change. I say struggle, just Hamilton coming into the pits there was, man, 10-second penalty, fully deserved in my opinion, and I'm glad they held it, and he had to serve it. But he did very well to pull back where he did he, in all fairness to him, which I think, based on the way Valtteri's position, and he was saying right from the off he had some problems with the car, you know, that is a testament to his driving as well. You can't fault that. So here we go, 3/10 ahead of Lewis, 8 ahead of Valtteri. I really wasn't pushing too hard at this point. You know, I spent a lot of the lap in standard fuel mix, really not wanting to burn too much off, and we'll see how the race goes on. I might live to regret that. But it's only a 13 lap race. It's a nice short circuit around here. Like I said, it's actually one of my favourite tracks.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
Oh my God, Lewis, go.
You hear me shouting at myself there. Lewis comes down the inside. I brake late, keep my nose in. He comes across very tight there, and that allows me to get a yard. No contact. I was just a bit more aggressive than I thought I thought I was going to be. And we are side by side all the way down the straight here. Now, he does have the better straight line power. But I'm holding that corner, and rightly so, he backed out of there because I was going to come right across his nose anyway. So that's the sort of thing I anticipated being done all race, if I'm honest. These corners, sector 2, it's just awful. Sector 2 and through Ascari was just so weak. Actually, I think that's one time. I'm not sure where the line cutoff is. No, it is at sector 2, yeah, and then into Ascari. I just couldn't get good runs through here. You know, I was clipping that curb too much every time, and well, as the race goes on, I do improve, but really should put the practice in a little bit more before chucking these videos out, maybe. Back to 3/10 now. Valtteri's still closing there. Leclerc is obviously within a second as well, and Vettel slipping off. Yeah, I do feel for Seb though. It can't be his last season in Formula 1, man. You know, even though he's been a Ferrari for a while now, I think Formula 1 will miss that guy. Oh, no Lewis.
Way. You can't dive on there,
Bit of live comm there with me having a pop at Lewis's dive bomb, but although I shouted at him, he is entitled to do that. I just pinched him off again on the second part of the chicane there. So you got to go in for that move. I just think that's such a silly move down there, because unless you get epic traction on the outside line of the second turn, then second corner, then yeah, you're never going to run there. Something that I was trying to figure through this whole race as well, just with the car setup, is the gears through these two corners, the two right-handers. That was something I don't think I nailed. I think I could have gone quicker through each, whether I was over-braking or not coasting enough, or just in the wrong gear. I'm not really sure, but Ascari into that starts getting a bit better now. So 5th gear, clip the first two curves and open up the third one. I think was the third line. This corner as well. You know, after watching the race with so many guys going wide, I opted for 5th. Maybe I need to have a look at some sim races and see what they're doing on that corner there.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10.
Ironically, pumping in the fastest sector 2 of the race there. I think I could have coasted a bit more there as well. I was braking quite early. I think I was quite nervous of the chicane, and especially the second corner coming out, and you'll see a bit later in the race why. But yeah, there's two things that really changed my race later on, and the mistakes that could have been avoided on both. But I'm showing the whole thing. That's what I said I was going to do. Okay, lap 5. My strategy is to come in at lap 8, which hopefully means I will continue one lap longer than the cars behind me, who are also on the soft tyres. I just feel like I can run these tyres at a consistent pace. we were starting to get good gap here as well, especially over Valtteri.
We're approaching the pit
and the
window.
Ferraris.
You'll be on the mediums.
Notice Lewis was out this lap. No one else was coming in, so they were all lap 7. And lap 7 was the recommended strategy, but I just wanted to see if I could push an extra lap. Just give me an extra lap at the end of the race on the mediums as well, in the hope that I'd still come out ahead of Lewis. And then be able to, you know, hold the lead towards the end of the race. But you'll see how the pit stop goes anyway. It's been about a lap and a half time. Terrible line through there, that was awful. Taking the curb too tight, I gotta let the car roll more through that corner. That corner I can really use, but then I gotta come up wide. So I've really got wrong pace through there. Still pushing hard, but not hard enough. See, I had to lift there in the place I didn't particularly want to. Really got to put some practice laps in. But I'm still enjoying the racing. And to be in P1 was something unexpected.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Oh, and don't they just. So since, you know, there's only been 2 laps really where Lewis has challenged coming into the first and second corners. But you can see the grip starting to lift now. Was it 9 came in on? It must be. I still thought if I drove a bit more sensibly, I had some legs in these tyres still, so I was giving myself a bit of an open option with this coming on there. Yeah, that would be it. Ignore me. Lewis comes in on this lap, I think. But you can start to see as soon where I'm used to putting the power down, the car is now starting to disagree, and the grip's starting to have a little bit of a think about what it's up to. To these corners now, it's probably quite tight, a bit open there, and that's about as much as you want to give that corner a lick. Really, give that apex a lick there before risking a bit of a spin like I had in quali, which is a good one. You watch that again. Look how the car bounces. Very strange. Shouting at myself there because that was awful. Lewis is in, so I put it up into full rich.
In this lap, push now. We're leading our teammate by 37.6 seconds.
That was me telling Jeff I did not give a shit about Alex at this point. Sorry, Alex. But 37 seconds ahead of Alex. Yeah, he's quite aware he pitted on lap 1. I don't know what happened there. Do you know what? I didn't take a copy of the highlights at the end. I just forgot. I think, well, you'll see in a minute. I was quite pissed off at the end of the race. So I forgot to take a copy of the highlights to see what happened to him. I really should have had a look at that. And because I was recording right through, I didn't do it at the time it happened as well. So maybe I will split the next video I do for Young Guns and which is Monza again, I think, but I'll probably give that one a miss and do one at the next track. Saying that, depending on where it is, we may not have the tracks available, so I'll do a wheel for the circuit as well, I think.
Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
No safety car there. I did lift a little bit, but you can see at this point I would have loved a safety car right now. Just to have everyone else slow down would have been ideal. You're chuckling there with pit assist on. There's a emergency stop on the pit line.
Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit. Go, go, go.
And pit was good. I was feeling alright about this. What had I not done? Practice enough in sort of race conditions. And I was completely unaware as to where my braking point was now for this corner. I was ahead of Hamilton and I didn't brake enough. I cut the corner, should have gone through and got a 5-second penalty.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, about that. But because of the over and how I was driving, I was 3.8 seconds ahead of Lewis. So I thought, right, I got an oppo here. We're still in the game. However, you will see very soon, things don't always go to plan in the world of
We advise
F1
moving
racing.
to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Look at that, 4.2, 4.3. You know, I could have hammered out these last 5 laps, 4.5 laps, and just given myself a 5-second lead. I just was confident I could do it. And I thought maybe Gio was going to stay out for a couple more laps. That would have been helpful. Maybe he could have given me one more just for a bit of DRS down this straight. Would have pulled me away even more. But no, typical race style. Nothing goes my way. Pushing too hard.
Oh, that's the race.
Too hard on the juice. Spun out the back. Didn't feather the throttle. And the gap is 1.8. Brilliant. And I don't know if you can hear me say it on the actual live cam of me racing there, but I went, no, that's the race, and sure is, that's the race. So now I just got to see it out to the line. Something else I was thinking about at this point, because what I was trying to do, where I had the 3.5 second sort of gap, was pull that after 5 as quick as possible. So I was hammering my fuel mix in the hope that Lewis was quite low as well, and I would have been able to relax for the last few laps and just try and keep the 5-second gap. But now I had a problem. In fact, I've been going hell for leather, and I had to close the gap, or widen the gap, sorry, to Valtteri, because it was a 5-second penalty.
The gap behind is 2.3 seconds.
I can see.
I was starting to get a bit pissed off with Jeff now. It's kind of, I was contemplating shutting him up, to be honest. But here we go. So 2.4, 2.5 seconds, 4.4 with Valtteri, 4.5. But fuel is now becoming an issue. Just wanted second. I figured first was gone at this point. Yeah, it was like, you know, crossing the line here, it was like, there is nothing I can do. Starting to look at my mix and everything that was going on, I was just like gutted that I wasn't going to be getting the win. And look how tentative I took that corner as well then. I was starting to think, you know, obviously where I made the mistake the lap before. But I was going to do the same thing again. Was it the tyres? Was it just, but it was just me pushing too hard. I can't blame anything else, but I didn't need to take that so tentatively. You know, the tyres were warm at this point. They were a good temperature. I should have been absolutely fine to push. I just pushed too soon. And yeah, that'll be that. However, we don't give up yet. 2.6 seconds to Hamilton. 4. We'll call it 4.8. Let's round up. 4.7 now. Damn, it screwed me there to Valtteri. And plenty of gap over Charles and Sebastian behind in 4th and 5th. So where was I going to end up at this point? It was hell for leather. 2 laps remaining after this one. 1 corner to take here. And I was about to find out. Man, a bit of DRS just would have been so good. Yeah, I didn't hit 1 back marker during this. I mean, that's to be expected in the lens of the race I'm doing. But yeah, we could have had a bit of Latifi or Russell out there. Sorry, George. Big fan. See, another wobble there. I just lost all my confidence coming through the first 2 corners, or the second corner really. About when to just hammer the power down. As you can see, because of that sort of thing, I was just not building that gap that I needed over Valtteri. And I got an exceed limits there, so I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm going to get another 3 seconds on top of this now, and I'm going to be bloody 15th by the end of the race. But fortunately, spoiler alert, that is the only track limit warning I got other than the penalty in that one. So half a second, that's all I need is half a second. What I could do with another lap of fuel. If I had another lap of fuel here, man, we'd be laughing. Little clip. Too wide again. Car's out of shape. Terrible exit, losing time again, and unfortunately I was storing my life. I think at this point I was frustrated, so I started making more mistakes again. I didn't really settle into the medium tyres as well as the softs, not that that's an excuse, but I'm going to use it as one. And
This is your final lap.
going into the last lap, I was just thinking there is no way in hell I'm going to pull half a second here. Yeah, I was quite pleased that I held the gap as I did to Lewis at 2.3. Don't get me wrong, it was a bit higher at one point, I know. But again, rotation is terrible out of that second corner. But I was quite vexed that I couldn't build that gap over Valtteri, to be honest. It was kind of annoying. Terrible through there again. I was just pissed off at this point.
The tank is empty.
Fuel is literally on the line. Yeah, I can't help but wonder, like, you know, just had I pitted sooner, would I have been quicker if I'd pitted on the same lap as Hamilton? But saying that, there wouldn't be that gap. I was able to build a gap. Did he come out in traffic? I just don't know, you know. It's like so many variables. I came out in clear air basically in front of me, other than Giovinazzi. But if he'd stayed out one more lap, I could have picked up DRS on the straight maybe, or in the second DRS zone, and it would have been completely different. But you know, what am I here? Lost more time. 8, 9 tenths behind Valtteri, or a whole second in the end. Crosses the line, P1.
Alright, race over.
Big
Take
win.
care of the car on the way
That
in.
quickly changes. Yeah, not amused. 2 fingers to you, penalty. Well done, Sergio. Gloves off, pissed off.
For the victory
Gonna drink a bottle of wine.
celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then
Not
to Mercedes,
amused.
your race winners
The
today.
head shake. He always finds a way though. Just let everyone else take a penalty, you'll be fine. I'll stand over there in the corner on my own while you two celebrate, that's fine.
What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out the video, and I hope you enjoyed the race. Not quite as exciting as a real Monza. That was epic, in all fairness. Such a difference from anything else we've seen this year. It was so nice to see Mercedes, well, at the back of the pack actually, sort of show what Hamilton can do and what that car can do. But Pierre, amazing. Didn't rate him too much when he was at Red Bull when he had that little stint, but in all fairness, when you see the way Alex is driving the car, it makes sense, doesn't it? But wow, what a race it was. And yeah, reverse grids, please. If you're listening, let's get it done. If you enjoyed the video, please hit this button to watch the last video that I recorded, and make sure you hit this one to subscribe, and a like would be amazing on the channel as well, and just share this around. You can also check out my Facebook page and my Twitter page, which is in the bio below, and I will catch up with you soon. Peace.